Chingwang Konyak, advisor to Chief Minister of Nagaland, promoted to the rank and status of Cabinet Minister on Thursday. H. Chuba Chang was appointed as advisor to Justice and Law along with SCRT departments. S. Kyoshu Yemchungur has been appointed advisor to Village Guards along with Information and Public Relations Department. Guwahati High Court puts a hold on the eviction drive carried out by Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council at Balijan Colony until further notice. The court directs the KAAC to file their reply on or before the 21st of February. Governor of Nagaland, Professor Jagdish Mukhi, is on a two-day visit to Kiphire to review and assess the overall status of aspirational district program. The 51st Chakrama Wrestling Meet 2022 culminates on Thursday at DDSC Stadium, Dimapur. Event also witnessed the coming together of Western Sumi Sports Association, Western Chakesang Youth Organization and Chakrama Youth Organization. The battle for Uttar Pradesh began on Thursday with polling in 58 assembly constituencies spread across 11 districts. 57.79% voters turned out till 5 p.m. EVM glitches reported from some booths. Hello viewers of Nagaland TV, I'm Rinki Gogoy and I welcome you to Nltv Primetime News. Let's see more of the news in details. Chingwang Konyak, advisor to Chief Minister Nagaland, has been promoted to the rank and status of Cabinet Minister on Thursday. Cabinet Secretary J. Alam has been notified about the promotion in a press release through Nagaland government's cabinet cell. While in another development, H. Chuba Chang has been appointed as advisor to Justice and Law along with SCERT departments. On the other hand, S. Kyoshu Yemchungur has been appointed advisor to Village Guards along with Information and Public Relations Department. Chingwang Konyak, advisor to Chief Minister Nagaland, has been promoted to the rank and status of Cabinet Minister on Thursday. Cabinet Secretary J. Alam has notified about the promotion in a press release through Nagaland government's cabinet cell. While in another development, H. Chuba Chang has been appointed as the advisor to Justice and Law along with SCERT departments. On the other hand, S. Kyoshu Yemchungur has been appointed advisor to Village Guards along with Information and Public Relations Department. Guwahati High Court puts a hold on the eviction drive carried out by Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council at Balijan Colony until further notice. The court directed to the KAAC to file their reply on or before the 21st of February. Until then, the interim order passed by the court shall continue to operate. Advocate S. Borgohai, who appeared before court along with Joshua Sheki and N. Sarkar on behalf of the victims, while talking to Nltv, informed that an interlocutor application has been filed on Wednesday and that was presided by Justice Manas Ranjan Pathak of Guwahati High Court, whereby the applicants challenged the KAAC's affidavit filed on February 2nd in the High Court. It may be worth mentioning that through the affidavit, KAAC cited that the Karbi Anglong Land Revenue Amendment Act empowers it to carry out eviction in areas that come under Autonomous Council's jurisdiction. Borgohai also stated in the application that they have termed the act of KAAC not within the framework of the Constitution. Further, they appealed that the matter should be heard by a division bench as per rules of Guwahati High Court and sought an extension of the stay order issued by court on December 23. While hearing the application, the High Court directed KAAC to submit the reply on or before 21st February with the interim order remaining in effect.
To matter land eviction laga Karbi Anglong pra korisile, they challenged they proceeded with the eviction in the village area of called Balijan, known as Khan Basti, where a lot of Naga peoples are there, residing in that colony for a village for time immemorial. So the first stay order was being granted by the Honorable Guwahati High Court on 23rd December 2021. And subsequently, the matter was been proceeding. On 2nd February 2022, to Karbi Anglong pra ekta affidavit file korise. Affidavit file kori pelai koise je according to the Karbi Anglong Land Revenue Act or Karbi Anglong Land Revenue Amendment Act mote, tai khan laga usore power ase. Ito autonomous council te je eviction koribole pare. So ito affidavit power bishote amikhan we after consulting the legal issues, taking note of it, amikhan ekta interlocutory application file korise aji High Court te. It was been presided by Honorable Justice M.R. Pathak, Guwahati High Court. Tate ami laga main contention thakise je the law which they are referring for which they think Karbi Anglong thinks that it is being authorized by that law to evict. That law is ultra virus to the constitution. Ultra virus mane itu law to it's not within the framework of the constitution. Itu kotha amikhan koise court te aru amikhan laga application te. Second kotha to koisile je since itu virus of the act laga validity to challenge korise, to itu High Court rules pra according to Guwahati High Court rules, the matter has to be heard before a division bench. 2 judges hunibo lage. So itu aru third thakise amikhan laga prayer do the interim order juntu eviction laga stay order thakise from 23rd December 2021 etu extend koribo lage. To Honorable High Court, after hearing the parties mane Karbi Anglong etu khanakuri hunise, huna pisote tai Honorable Court pra direction dise. The court has issued a direction to the KAAC directing that you file your reply to that application, present application, on or before 21st of February, and till then the interim order passed by this Honorable Court shall continue to operate. So that is the recent development, and if this issue
The federal government of Nagaland, Naga National Council, NNC, FGN, voiced out to the Nagas to pursue the Naga dream with more vigor. The NNC Secretary General Ashish Mishra, through a press release on Wednesday, informed that Naga National Council had adopted a 3-point resolution during a high-level meeting under the leadership of NNC FGN Kedage Brigadier Retired as Singya and NNC President Senka Ao in Dimapur on February 8. Furthermore, the council reiterated that only unity, which is the need of the hour, can lead to the building of a strong nation. Adding to the divisions and divisive forces have no place in the pursuit of Naga aspirations, as they only serve to weaken and fragment the clarion call of the nation. Furthermore, the NNC FGN unanimously resolved to stand united against all odds and pursue the Naga cause with one voice, and that it will continue to support the Indo-Naga political dialogue between the Government of India and the Working Committee Naga National Political Groups. The federal government of Nagaland, Naga National Council, NNC, FGN voiced out to the Nagas to pursue the Naga dream with more vigor. The NNC Secretary General Ashish Mishra, through a press release on Wednesday, informed that the Naga National Council had adopted a 3-point resolution during a high-level meeting under the leadership of NNC, FGN Kedage Brigadier Retired as Singya and NNC President Senka Ao in Dimapur on February 8. Furthermore, the council reiterated that only unity, which is the need of the hour, can lead to the building of a strong nation. adding that the divisions and divisive forces have no place in the pursuit of the Naga aspirations, as they only serve to weaken and fragment the clarion call of the nation. Furthermore, the NNC FGN unanimously resolved to stand united against all odds and pursue the Naga cause with one voice, and that it will continue to support the Indo-Naga political dialogue between the Government of India and the Working Committee Naga National Political Groups. Ahead of the assembly elections in Manipur, NSC and K militants have allegedly abducted 2 truck drivers and seized the Food Corporation of India goods-laden lorries. As per reports, the truck drivers were abducted from Kaipundai area in Tamenglong district of Manipur. The abducted truck drivers have been identified as Kangabam Brajamani Singh, hailing from Impal East district of Manipur, and Shefaruddin, hailing from Hatigao area of Guwahati, Assam. While Brajamani Singh, who was driving a truck bearing registration number MN019223, Shefaruddin was driving a truck bearing registration number AS01BC3172. Both the truck drivers are believed to be abducted on Thursday at around 8:20 a.m. The trucks that the 2 abducted drivers were driving are also suspected to be seized by the outfit. The governor of Nagaland, Professor Jagdish Mukhi, is on a 2-day visit to Kiphire to review and assess the overall status of aspirational districts program. The governor, in his address at DC's conference hall in Kiphire town on February 9, cited that the civil society's organizations play crucial role by putting checks and balances on the activities of the government and any level for the welfare of the society. Notably, the governor arrived at the Kiphire district headquarters on Wednesday. Sharing his observations, the governor said that the tribals of Nagaland are well aware of their own rights and share concerns about any deficiencies that permeate the society. The governor further maintained that his purpose for visiting Kiphire was to listen to the voice of the people and work for the progress and development of the district. Two parties tussled over the post of president of Hazdi Park Businessman Welfare Committee after it was left vacant with the demise of the former president Hokato Moricha. Present treasurer of the Hazdi Park Businessman Welfare Committee, Pihoto Aye and Kekhato Awomi, are both vying for the post of president. Both the parties of the Pihoto Aye and Kekhato Awomi are determined to run association individually, but they couldn't negotiate to come to a common solution. Meanwhile, Nltv tried to interview both the candidates. However, they refused to comment in front of the camera. Therefore, the team went around the area to get the opinions of the businessmen as to who should be the next president. Let's have a look.
The best win na. Kun Hong Kong market nimite kaam kore pare. Itu manu aibo lage. Whether whomever it be, committee nimite he should be powerful. He should be like market ke sabole nimite na bhalo hobo lage. As of now, we can't say who will come. But kun bhi aile, manu kun hoile bhi like market nimite bhalo hobo lage.
महिला सबरा तो भी के तो अमिता डिक्लेरेशन दे सबते तो ताई आइले भल नेगी किनी विदेश राजिला डेटे तो अमिखान तो मार्केटे तो पार्किंग फैसिलिटी নাই প্লাছ টয়লেট নাই বাথৰুম নাই কেতিয়াবা কিবা কাষ্টমাৰ আহিলে টয়লেট শুনিলে টয়লেট নাই যাব লাগিব বিল' ফ্লাইঅভাৰ পে নিউজ আৰু তাইলা ছাইড পৰা ফ্ৰী ৱাইফাই দিব কৈ আছে ডাষ্টবিন দিব কৈ আছে এম্বুলেঞ্চ তাইলা ছাইড পৰা দিব কৈ আছে হাইজেনিক টয়লেট তাই দিব কৈ আছে পাৰ্কিং ফেচিলিটি তাই দিব কৈ আছে ড্ৰিংকিং ৱাটাৰ ফেচিলিটি তাইৰ পৰা দিব কৈ আছে ড্ৰেনেজ চিষ্টেম বনাব কৈ না আছে আৰু তাই হেল্পলাইন নম্বৰ তাইলা ছাইড পৰা দিব কৈ আছে
কিলে তাই বেছি ভাল মানুহ আছে পলাৰ পৰা পিঅ' চাব থাকাৰ পৰা তাই আছে এইটো সকলো থাকাৰ পৰা তাই আছে এইটো তাইকে ছাপৰ্ট কৰা আছে
তো আৰু এইটো নতুন একটা খেকাটো আহোমীয়াটো আপুনি কিলে ছাপৰ্ট নকৰে
কিলে কোন এতিয়া নতুন আহিব কি জানে কি হ'ব কিলে তাই পলাৰ পৰা পিঅ' চাব পৰা থাকি আছে পিঅ' চাব পৰা থাকি আছে তাই সকলো থাকাৰ পৰা থাকি আছে তাইতো বেছি ভাল মানুহ আছে
বিকাটো আহিলে ভাল হ'ব কিলে তাইতো বেছি কিবা কৈছে না এইটো দিব পাৰ্কিং আমি এখন পাৰ্কিং বি নাইতো পাৰ্কিং লাগে মেইন বিজনেছ কৰিবলৈ তো পাৰ্কিং দিলেতো বেছি ভাল আৰু লাইট বি দিব কৈছে লাইট দিলেতো বেছি ভাল আৰু এম্বুলেঞ্চ বি দিব
The 51st Chakrama Wrestling Meet 2022 culminated on Thursday at the DD Stadium, Dimapur, with advisor Sericulture, Excise and Minority Affairs, Government of Nagaland, Jaleo Rio as a special guest. The event was organized by the Chakrama Youth Organization, and the event also witnessed the coming together of Western Sumi Sports Association, Western Chakisang Youth Organization and Chakrama Youth Organization, who also took a pledge of brotherhood. The three communities were represented by Vikato S. Aye, Vikashaye Nieka and Jato Kimho, who also acted as patrons of the championship. In the senior category, Abao Virye emerged as a champion, and Seye Salie Nakro, Niket Solie Krose and Visho Koto Nguju backed the runners-up for the position. Teruja emerged as the champion in the junior category, and Roko Huto Kehie, Tefu Kedo Kimho and Niketuzo Kehie as runners-up. It may be mentioned that 60 wrestlers participated in senior category and 40 wrestlers participated in the junior category.
Chakrama Youth Organization এইটো ৰেছলিং একলা নহয় এথলেটছ ইভেণ্টছ গেমছ ইনডোৰ আউটডোৰ এইটো সব আছে হ'লেবি আজি আপুনি কাৰণ গ্ৰাউণ্ড আহি কিনে থাকেতো খালি ৰেছলিং আৰু ৰেছলিংটো আমি কাৰণ মেইন ইভেণ্ট আছে আৰু ইয়াতে চাক্ৰমাটো অল দ্য আংগামিজ ডিমাপুৰ আণ্ডাৰতে থাকে কিমান আংগামী আছে মন 4টা গ্ৰুপ আছে ABCD আৰু এইটো গ্ৰুপ পৰা আহি কিনে পাৰ্টিচিপেট কৰি আছে আৰু এইটো খতম হোৱাৰ পিছতে আংগামীতে যাব আংগামী স্পৰ্টছ এছ'চিয়েশ্যন আৰু অৰ্গেনাইজ কৰিব দেন চেম এইটো পিছতে নাগালেণ্ডে যাব আৰু নাগালেণ্ড ৰেছলিং ডে এইটো এতিয়া মোৰ কাৰণে ইয়াতেতো ষ্টাৰ্টিংটোৱে আছে এইটো টাইমটো মই ইমানে ল'ব
পোলাটো হ'লে একবাৰটো লৈছে কিন্তু এইটোতো একদম পোলাতে আছে অলপ এইটোতো অলপ অপন নিচিনা এনে লোৱা আছে and then this year or this time the 51st Chakrama wrestling meet moi khan kile Dimapur town ani na kile ase gole do first aji morning bi speech te koi janis na Chakrama gole do Dimapur ita do hoy Chumu and Newland district ke je kintu Dimapur area da Dimapur district te kimman angami ase it all comes under us so pula de hole Chumu aru mejipima etu de turn by turn organize kora ina hoi lage kintu etu bar yada nya do amar hana manu bi ase yada na etu ase ekta point do aru the next main point ekta do hole do what we are planning and mohala bhavna de ki ase etu ase hole do we want to promote it to other tribes also other tribes can be dekhai kena এইটো এতিয়াতো স্কপটো বেছি হৈ কিনে আছে এইটো নাগা ৰেছলিং দে হ'লেতো নেশ্যনেল দে হ'লে বি ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল উই হেভ নাগা ৰেছলাৰ্ছ ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টিং দ্য নেশ্যনেল টিম এনে মানে মেডেল বি বেছি পোৱা লগা এনেকুৱা একজেক্টলি নাগা ৰেছলিং নামটো ইমান নহয় কিন্তু ট্ৰেডিশ্যনেল বেল ৰেছলিং কৈ কিনে এইটো কাৰণে স্কপ বেছি থাকি যাইছে চ' আলাগ ট্ৰাইবখন হ'লে বি এইটো ইণ্টাৰেষ্ট লৈ কিনে এইটো প্ৰমোট কৰি কিনে NWA Nagaland Wrestling Association bra sob initiate kore
Wandering Minds on Thursday opened its art vault at Midland, Dimapur. The grand opening was done by Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sumi. It is to be mentioned that the Wandering Minds is a non-profit organization and all the works in the vault are done by members and students of the organization. Notably, it started as a small institute, but after people showed interest in it, they started giving degree course in Bachelor's of Vocation in Fine Arts.
Started off as an institute providing child art classes, but as we moved on we realized that there were more people who wanted to take arts. And like as we always say this, right, Nagas, we are very artistic, Nagas are very artistic, but at the end of the day we need something like, we need technical knowledge as well. So we decided maybe we should upgrade this, and so we started with our PVOC courses, Bachelor of Vocation in Fine Art. It's a 3-year degree course, and right now we have 2 years, right? 2 batch right now. So that's how we are moving on. And then Wandering Minds, as I said earlier as well, we wanted to take another step and making it a brand. It should become a household name, right? So when it comes to fine art, we want Wandering Minds to be the first thing that people come to mind. That's our ambition, and that's what we are trying for. We started off as
A total of 70,489 kacha houses, 1,75,023 kacha house walls, and 78,266 kacha roofs have been completed in the rural areas of Nagaland as per Socio-Economic and Caste Census 2011. This was stated by the Minister of State for Rural Development, Fagan Singh Kulsate, in a written reply in the Lok Sabha on Tuesday. The stated that the identifications of beneficiaries under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin was based on the housing deprivation parameters and exclusion criteria prescribed under SECC 2011, due verification by the respective Gram Sabhas and completion of an appellate process. Under PMAYG, the target of housing for all by 2024 has been set at 2.9 crore houses, out of which 2,62,034 houses had been allocated to the states and union territories from 2016 to 17 to 2021 to 2022. He informed that a total of 2 crores 17 lakhs 54,812 houses were sanctioned and 1 crore 71 lakhs 34,737 houses have been completed as on February 2, 2022. He further mentioned that the ministry is taking various steps to increase the pace of house sanction and completion and achievement of the targets by March 2024. Nagaland's first automated traffic management system trial test was launched on Kohima on Thursday. The test was launched in 2 junctions in Kohima under KSCDL, Kohima Traffic and KVYO. The organization has requested the denizens of Kohima to comply with the lights during the trial and testing period. Notably, the ATMS has instructed the green light meant go, red directed to stop, and yellow or orange light meant to stop. Nagaland's first ever automated traffic management system trial test was launched in Kohima on Thursday. The test was launched in 2 junctions in Kohima under KSCDL, Kohima Traffic and KVYO. The organizations has requested the denizens of Kohima to comply with the lights during the trial and testing period. Notably, the ATMS has instructed that the green light meant go, red directed to stop, and yellow or the orange light meant to stop. The 111 Battalion BSF on Wednesday organized a civic action program come a free medical camp at Sataka village, Zunheboto, while they also distributed water storage tanks and sports items to the villagers of Juvi, Kilo, Old and Sataka village during the program. Furthermore, during the free medical camp, Battalion Medical Officer along with Dr. M.K. Ho, Senior Medical Officer and Dr. Alvis Shike, Medical Officer CHC Sataka attended the patients and gave medicines to the villagers. According to the sources, the local population appreciated the gesture of 111 Battalion BSF and stated that such programs will go a long way in further consolidating the bond and harmonious relationship prevailing between the locals and border security forces. The main accused of the violence that claimed 8 lives on October 3 in Lakhimpur Kheri, Ashish Mishra, son of Union Minister Ajay Mishra, has been granted bail by Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court on Thursday. Notably, Ashish Mishra had moved to Allahabad High Court after his bail plea was rejected by the lower court. Justice Rajiv Singh's bench had heard his plea on January 18, 2022 and reserved its order, which was announced today. The bail comes on a day where the first phase polling begins in Uttar Pradesh. It is to be mentioned that Ashish was arrested on October 9, 2021, whereby he was declared the main accused in the charge sheet filed by Special Investigation. Ashish Mishra's advocate Salil Kumar Srivastava said that the police could not prove in their report that Ashish was present in the vehicle that drove the farmer to death and claimed that the police did not do a proper investigation. He said that 192 affidavits were filed on behalf of the defense, which stated that Ashish Mishra was not the spot, but the police did not include the affidavit in its investigation and charge sheet. Meghalaya government on Wednesday decided to ease COVID-19 related curbs imposed in the state following a review meeting. Notably, double vaccinated people will not require RT-PCR tests to enter Meghalaya from February 11 onwards. Furthermore, the Meghalaya government also declared that the night curfew will also be exempted. Meanwhile, offline classes from classes 1 to 5 will be fully functional from Monday, while odd and even system of plying of vehicles will still be continuing in the Shillong. Meghalaya government on Wednesday decided to ease COVID-19 related curbs imposed in the state following a review meeting. Notably, double vaccinated people will not require RT-PCR tests to enter Meghalaya from February 11 onwards. Furthermore, the Meghalaya government also declared that the night curfew will also be exempted. Meanwhile, offline classes from classes 1 to 5 will be fully functional from Monday, while odd and even system of plying of vehicles will still be continuing in Shillong. Former BJP MLA Sudeep Roy Burman and his associate Ashish Kumar Saha switched over to Congress party. This switch has turned out to be a big jolt to Trinamool Congress in Tripura, who was trying hard to expand its footprints in the state. According to senior Tripura Congress leaders' anonymous command, the grand old party is ready to welcome members in big numbers. Notably, there's a huge probability that a big chunk of leaders who snapped ties with the Congress to join the TMC to make a comeback following the footsteps of Sudeep Roy Burman. TMC's vote share soared during the civic body polls because of an inner fight within the Congress party. Meghalaya on Wednesday welcomed the banned Nltv National Liberation Council offer for unconditional peace talks. Meanwhile, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma revealed that several people were being considered for the all-important job of acting as an interlocutor with the banned outfit. Addressing media persons after chairing a meeting, CM Sangma said that though HNLC have made the offer through a statement, a formal message to the government was still awaited. However, the minister said that the government of Meghalaya, based in the interest of peace, has already started going through different names for interlocutor to start facilitating the peace process with the HNLC. The battle for Uttar Pradesh has begun on Thursday with the polling in 58 assembly constituencies spread across 11 districts in the western part of the politically crucial state. The voting started at 7 a.m. and is being held according to the COVID-19 guidelines issued by the Election Commission. Notably, the voting is taking place at 25,849 polling stations and continued till 6 p.m. According to the Election Commission, an average of over 48% of people have exercised their franchise in the 11 districts, with the highest voter turnout in Shamli and Muzaffarnagar. The other districts where voters are being cast are Meerut, Hapur, Baghpat, Ghaziabad, Bulandshahr, Aligarh, Agra, Gautam Buddha Nagar and Mathura. Notably, the voter turnout in the first phase of UP polls till 5 p.m. was 57.79%. The first phase saw voting in the Jat-dominated Western UP region and DOAB. Ministers whose fate will be decided in the first phase include Shrikant Sharma, Suresh Rana, Sandeep Singh, Kapil Dev Agarwal, Atul Garg and Chaudhary Lakshmi Narayan. The additional Chief Election Officer B.D. Ram Tiwari said that the voting process was peacefully conducted. However, there were reports of technical error in EVMs at a few places. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said that the Bharatiya Janata Party government stands with Har Mazloom, meaning victim of injustice. Addressing a public rally in Shahranpur, Prime Minister also said opposition parties are trying to trick Muslim sisters to push them back in their lives. He further said that the BJP government has freed the Muslim sisters and daughters from the menace of triple talaq. Prime Minister took a dig at opposition parties over dynasty politics, cautioning people from trusting their tall claims. He also referred to the riots in Muzaffarnagar and Shahranpur and labeled the Samajwadi Party as rioters. While it is to be mentioned that voting for the first phase of state assembly elections on 58 seats was held today, in which 623 candidates are in the fray.
हमारी सरकार हर मजलूम, हर पीड़ित मुस्लिम महिला के साथ खड़ी है। कोई मुस्लिम महिलाओं पर जुल्म न कर सके, योगी जी की सरकार इसके लिए बहुत जरूरी है। मुस्लिम बहन बेटियां हमारी इस साफ नियत को भली भांति समझती है। हमने मुस्लिम बहनों को 3 तलाक के जुल्म से मुक्ति दिलाई है और हमने जो 3 तलाक के खिलाफ कानून बनाया है उसने मुस्लिम बहनों को सुरक्षा का विश्वास दिया है। लेकिन साथियों, जब मुस्लिम बहन बेटियों का समर्थन खुलेआम भाजपा को मिलने लगा, जब मुस्लिम बेटियां एक 2 मिनट के अपने वीडियो डालने लगी, भाजपा की सरकार की तारीफ करने लगी, सदियों के बाद इतना बड़ा सम्मान मिला, इसके लिए गौरव गान करने लगी, तो जो कुछ वोटों के ठेकेदार होते हैं उनकी नींद हराम हो गई। वो बेचैन हो गए, अरे हमारी ही बेटी मोदी मोदी करने लग गई। हमारी सरकार हर मजलूम, हर पीड़ित मुस्लिम महिला के साथ खड़ी है। कोई मुस्लिम महिलाओं पर जुल्म न कर सके, योगी जी की सरकार इसके लिए बहुत जरूरी है। मुस्लिम बहन बेटियां हमारी इस साफ नियत को भली भांति समझती है। हमने मुस्लिम बहनों को 3 तलाक के जुल्म से मुक्ति दिलाई है और हमने जो 3 तलाक के खिलाफ कानून बनाया है उसने मुस्लिम बहनों को सुरक्षा का विश्वास दिया है। लेकिन साथियों, जब मुस्लिम बहन बेटियों का समर्थन खुलेआम भाजपा को मिलने लगा, जब मुस्लिम बेटियां एक 2 मिनट के अपने वीडियो डालने लगी, भाजपा की सरकार की तारीफ करने लगी, सदियों के बाद इतना बड़ा सम्मान मिला, इसके लिए गौरव गान करने लगी, तो जो कुछ वोटों के ठेकेदार होते हैं उनकी नींद हराम हो गई, वो बेचैन हो गए।
As BJP is coming out of all guns blazing to recapture Uttar Pradesh, Bharatiya Janata Party National President JP Naga on Thursday said that no other party apart from the BJP has the courage to show a report card of the work they have undertaken, while other dynastic parties merely make tall promises and only work for their self-interest. Addressing a rally in Uttar Pradesh, Machirita Naga said that there should only be one basis for choosing a party or a leader, that is, the work done by the party in the past that will decide on what it will do ahead. Those who done good work in the past will work well in the future too. Terming dynastic parties dangerous for the country, the BJP national president said that such parties do not think outside their own self-interest and only BJP is committed to development. Hitting out at Congress for its dynasty, Naga said that the Indian National Congress has neither remained Indian nor it has remained national. Slamming the opposition for mocking the Prime Minister for the same, Naga said that cleanliness was the mission of Mahatma Gandhi and no other Gandhi talked about it ever after him.
कि हमको चुनाव में कभी भी किसी को क्या कह रहा है इसके आधार पर मत चुनो। किसी भी पार्टी को चुनना है तो क्या किया है उस आधार पर तय करो कि वो आगे क्या करने वाला है। और ये अकेली भारतीय जनता पार्टी है और इसके नेता हैं जो जनता के सामने छाती ठोक कर जाकर कह सकते हैं जो कहा था वो किया है, जो कहेंगे वो करेंगे। ये बात हम कह सकते हैं कि बाकी पार्टियां क्षेत्रवाद, वंशवाद, परिवारवाद, किसी विशेष इलाके से जुड़कर इससे ज्यादा दूर देखने की आदत नहीं है। वो विकास की दृष्टि से देश को आगे ले जाना, प्रदेश को
Wrestler Dalip Singh Rana, aka the Great Khali, has joined the Bharatiya Janata Party on Thursday. Khali's inclusion into the party comes days ahead of the Punjab Assembly polls. Khali joined the party in presence of Union Minister of State Jitendra Singh, BJP National General Secretary Arun Singh and Lok Sabha MP Sunita Dugal in the national capital. Rana, while addressing a press conference, said he's glad to join BJP and feels that Prime Minister's work for the nation made him the right Prime Minister, and so he decided to be a part of his governance for the nation's development. Notably, Punjab will go to polls on February 20 and the counting of votes will take place on March 10. The Supreme Court on Thursday declined plea to urgently transfer petitions regarding ongoing hijab controversy from Karnataka High Court to the Apex Court. The top court said that the HC is hearing the matter today and asked why they should interfere at this stage. It also refused to give any specific date. The Karnataka High Court is examining the issue and has been allowed to decide. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal when insisted that the issue needs to be considered as schools and colleges are closed. The bench reiterated to hear its first from Karnataka's High Court. The Supreme Court on Thursday declined plea to urgently transfer petitions regarding ongoing hijab controversy from Karnataka High Court to the Apex Court. The top court said that the High Court is hearing the matter today and asked why they should transfer at this stage. It also refused to give any specific date. The Karnataka High Court is examining the issue and has been allowed to decide. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal when insisted that the issue needs to be considered as schools and colleges are closed. The bench reiterated to hear it first from the Karnataka High Court. Green India Challenge on Thursday organized a plantation drive at Narain Industrial Area, Karol Bagh Zone, Delhi on Wednesday. Telangana Rashtra Samiti and Rajya Sabha MP joining Pali Santosh Kumar Launch opened the drive. The drive aimed to save Delhi from pollution by planting trees. The organization took task of planting 1 lakh saplings plantation. GIC collaborated with the Delhi Municipal Corporation to carry out the drive. Motion Picture Arts and Science Academy has announced the nominations for the 94th Annual Academy Awards on Tuesday. Leslie Jordan and Tracy Elise Rose on a live stream announced the list for 23 categories for Oscar nominations 2022. Jane Campions, the director of The Power of the Dog, led the list with 12 nominations. Denis Villeneuve directed movie Dune received 10 nominations, while West Side Story and Belfast received 7 nominations each. India's documentary writing with The Fire selected in Best Documentary Feature category and nominated amongst the top 5 nominations. The ceremony for Motion Picture Arts and Sciences Academy Awards is to be held on 27 March at Hollywood's Dolby Theatre. Motion Picture Arts and Science Academy has announced the nominations for the 94th Annual Academy Awards on Tuesday. Leslie Jordan and Tracy Elise Rose on live stream announced the list for 23 categories for Oscar nominations 2022. Jane Champions, the director of The Power of the Dog, led the list with 12 nominations. Denis Villeneuve directed movie Dune received 10 nominations, while West Side Story and Belfast received 7 nominations each. India's documentary Writing with Fire selected in Best Documentary Feature category and nominated amongst top 5 nominations. The ceremony for Motion Picture Arts and Science Academy Awards will be held on 27 March at Hollywood's Dolby Theatre. Suspects involved of a gang, the Bohuida police investigation scam, have arrested Bhalanath Power, 30 years old, Satish Moore, 22 years old, and Bhagwan Takle, 24 years old, Vikas Sankhe, 28 years old, Kundalik Sinde, 25 years old, Praveen Shinde, 32 years old, Dhyaneshwar Godke, 24 years old, and Akash Kavale, 23 years old, along with 2 dummy candidates, while 6 dummy candidates are wanted. All accused are from Jalna, Bid, Aurangabad and Kolhapur districts. It has been reported that police constable aspirants who cleared written tests but were not confident enough to clear medical and ground tests were asked their friends to appeal for the test, impersonating them. Karnataka High Court, after hearing of the petitions challenging the ban on hijab in colleges on Thursday, asked the students not to wear religious things till the disposal of the matter. A bench of Chief Justice Rituraj Awasthi, Justice Krishna S. Dikshit and Justice J.M. Kazi of the High Court stated that it will pass an order directing the reopening of the colleges and asked students not to insist on wearing religious things till the disposal of the matter. Peace and tranquility must be restored while adjourning the matter for Monday. Thank you, viewers of Nagaland TV. That's all from Nltv Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi signing off. But for more updates, keep watching Nltv. Sob Manulaga Awas.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television set as well.